this!
Hi and welcome to another Skyrim mod feature, episode 20, which has been dedicated to this particular mod author and their work on the statues of divines and the Daedric princes. And at the time of making this video, there have been 10 mods by this mod author redesigning and retexturing these statues around Skyrim. So let's take a closer look. First up is Wakened Winterhold, which changes the statue just outside the college. And as you can see, it changes several factors about the statue as well as retexturing its look. The statue now has two orbs, one in each hand. One represents lava and the other ice, and also the cape at the back of the statue is now floating down rather than out and up as it usually does. There are several versions of this mod ranging from 1K, 2K and 4K. There are also versions that have the default flying cape and also the cape down for all of those versions. Here we'll see the difference between vanilla going through to the 1K version, followed by the 2K version with the cape still down, and then also the version with the default cape, which will have it flying out at the back. You may notice no change here as we switch to the 4K version. The effects of the 4K mainly are only visible and noticeable during actual gameplay. Now let's just see a comparison from the other side of the statue, just so we can see the changes on the cape at the back more clearly. Next we have Neat Nocturnal, which retexturizes and redesigns the Nocturnal statue, which you encounter near the latter stages of the Thieves Guild questline. Just like with the previous mod, there are several versions here. The first version is 1K, followed by a 2K version, and then also an alternative 2K version which redesigns the statue in this nice red colour. To take advantage of using this mod, it is advisable to finish the Thieves questline, as that is the main point in which you will view this statue every time you visit the Thieves Guild headquarters. And now let's see the changes from the vanilla version through to the 1K version, followed by the 2K version and then the alternative 2K version, which changes the statue to that nice red effect, which in my opinion is the best version. Obviously these textures are down to personal preference and each texture might not be for you. Next up is my favourite retexture out of the statues and shrines that have been done, and it's called Madness Malacath, and as you can see, it retextures the Malacath shrine with this fantastic glowing lava effect. There are several versions available here as always. There is the 1.2 version, which is the glowing effect all across the statue, and then there's also that version with the face and sword textures removed. And then what you're seeing now is the normal statue retexture, which just redefines and retunes the vanilla statue. All versions are very nice, but I do love the nice lava effect. I think it looks fantastic and just makes the shrine look even more malevolent than it normally does. This statue or shrine is viewable during the Cursed Tribe quest, just at the end of the Giant's Grove. Now let's take a look from the vanilla version through to first the normal statue version. As you can see, the blood is slightly changed its location and you can just see some more defined look. Now this is the 1.2 version, which has that nice crackling lava across the statue, and then the next version which just removes that lava from the face and the sword at the back. Let's just see it from a different angle just so we can see the changes to the sword more closely. Melancholic Meridia retexturizes the Meridia statue or shrine outside of her temple, which is situated just outside the city walls of Solitude. With this mod comes 3 versions. There is a white stone retexture which comes in 2K and 1K, and also a version which changes the colour of the cloak around Meridia to a nice black marble type effect. Personally, the latter of those three is my favourite version, as I like to freshen things up in Skyrim for each playthrough and just make it feel like a new game each time I play, and it's now currently the version I'm using through my own game. As always, in a moment we will see the changes from vanilla through all three versions. I've chosen 3 different perspectives so we can see closely the changes made by the mod, and also I will show the change from 2K to 4K, even though the change will be minimal on this video. This next mod is great for people playing the companion questline, and it's called Ysterical Ysgramor. And as you've probably guessed, it is a retexture of the Ysgramor statue which can be found in the companion questline at the start of Ysgramor's temple or tomb. This mod has 2 versions with it, version 1 and version 1.1. Version 1.1 is the version that I'm using, and it's a 1K texture revision of the statue. The other version, I believe, is 2K, but can cause some texture issues for some people, which you'll find reports of in the comments section. If you've ever felt the statue of Talos in Whiterun looks a bit drab and a bit dreary, then this mod is for you. Terrific Talos retexturizes the Talos statue and adds a nice bronze green type effect to the statue and just gives it an added emphasis. Here I'm using version 2 of the mod, which comes in a 1K and 2K variant, and as always I will be showing the changes from vanilla through to the 1K and then followed by the 2K. Note that you may only notice a slight change between 1K variant and the 2K variant. Dibella is a retexture and a remesh of the Dibella statue. This particular statue can be found in the Dibella temple in Malacath. This mod also remeshes and retexturizes the small gold statues that you find around Skyrim and can collect. There is only actually one version of this mod compared to the others, and it's version 1.2 at the making of this video. You may not think there's much change here from the vanilla version, but actually there is quite a big difference, and it's probably well worth adding this mod to your game, as it's generally only a texture and won't affect things too much. The Azura statue or shrine is probably the biggest in Skyrim, and Astonich Azura aims to retexture and remesh this fantastic statue. As with the previous video, there is only one version of this mod currently, and at the time of the making this video that is version 1. I personally like this retexture and remesh as it does make the statue look a lot more lifelike and a lot more real compared to the vanilla version. Bucolic Boethiah is one of the later retextures by this mod author, and as you can tell it retexturizes the Boethiah shrine or statue. This particular one can be found just outside of Winterhold. This mod comes in both a 2K and 4K variant, but for the purposes of this video I'm only showing the 2K. Last but not least is Clavicus, and as you can tell it's a redesign and retexture of the Clavicus statue that can be found in Heimar's Shame, which is part of a questline known as Adadra's Best Friend. There are two versions of this mod and both of them are 2K. The first version will retexturize the statue and also change the mask the statue is holding to look like the helmet that you can find around Skyrim. And that brings me to the end of episode 20 of this mod feature. If you like the look of any of the mods that you've seen in this video, please do head over to the relevant mod pages and check them out there. Because all these mods are by the same mod author, you will find links to all of them from one mod page. And I believe the author is looking at making one file after they have finished all of the other statues in Skyrim. And I think they're going to look pretty damn good. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.